really break down his zone very well. And Peach, you know, kind of slow in the air a lot, so not really abusing shield. So we're going to see how this matchup plays out between UT Waltz and PixlSugr.
Yeah, Peach is a very strong character, though, as we were saying. A lot of talk about being one of the best in the game, of course, due to her insane combo potential and already having a Mr. Saturn. But Waltz has
who needs combo potential when you have RNG?
And you have RNG.
You can use that counter.
That was a crazy exchange. Let me just throw Mr. Saturn down, counter in the opposite direction, not get any hits. You know?
Absolutely.
It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and these pellets, that's going to be a huge part of the matchup. You know, in a lot of these zone-breaking matchups, where you gotta like get in on these zoners, those pellets are something that like interrupt your movement very well. Like you can't jump because they're just gonna put you back to the ground, and that's something that like that's kind of like a slept-on factor with Megaman, is that like you really can't jump because the pellets are gonna just sink you back down.
And not even just your movement, it can stuff out your startup frames for any move that you're
absolutely.
To try to punish your opponent or thinking you can punish some specific action. So you have to be careful. But
when the zone does get broken, you know, you're going to see something like this,
Exactly.
where a big opening like that. Gonna recover low.
Peach really wants to be in your face, comboing you as much as possible. Looking for those down tilt confirms into pretty much even in kill options.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. And Megaman is a great character to keep Peach away. As you were saying, the possibility that, you know, maybe he beats Peach in the match.
Absolutely. And Waltz is playing a heavy character, Megaman, on the heavier side of things, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for Peach to find this stock, but, you know, it still has a lot of confirms into it, has that counter. So, but I mean, at this point, he can just get tit for tat damage. He doesn't really have to approach, he doesn't have to commit to anything. But,
going back to one of those important factors you mentioned, the pellets actually stuffing out the floats from Peach. Factor that's pretty well known by now, but that once Peach is floating, she doesn't get that penalty and damage from her attacks, right? Her aerials. So that's a great option here that Waltz can actually...
Yeah, float cancel aerials are a big part of Peach's kit, and when they're kind of nullified by pellets. Ooh, but the side B, that's not quite going to take it, but it's close. Being able to air dodge after that up B is going to allow Waltz to recover, and the mix-ups doesn't quite land for Pixel.
Okay, good drop down actually.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the next one? You can't keep doing that forever.
Yep.
So Waltz with a 2-stock lead right now. Lead shield kind of broken.
You don't like this character, do you?
No.
No.
but I mean, it is. I mean, it has a lot of end lag, but I mean, you can just turn around and shoot it at him. And PixlSugr finally going to take that stock.
Right. I would say trying to, which is the change she has been doing, right? Try to play a little bit more grounded, even though with Peach that's not necessarily something you're usually doing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But against projectile characters, you're forced to play their game. You can't really play your game until you close that range.
Absolutely. Until you break that zone, you can't play your game. You just gotta play dodgeball for a little bit, you know. And with Megaman's good movement, good projectiles, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard, but it is doable. It is doable. Ooh, the double parry doesn't quite get the third one though.
That would have been sick though.
It would have been nuts. I don't know what it would have led to, but it would have been nuts. No God, please don't jump out of that up air. Oh, and the up smash. Oh, that's just gonna take it.
Yeah, just catching the landing there. Or actually, I think it was stuffing out a forward.
I believe it was. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Pixel shaking her head, like, you know what? I don't know. But Pixel is on her counter pick, so things could sway in her favor. Looks like Smashville is going to be the pick. And in these zoner-esque matchups, having a smaller stage like Smashville is just gonna like allow them to not run away as much. You're gonna be able to break the zone more effectively, and you're gonna have a better time.
Right, and again, as we mentioned, playing a little bit more grounded, using your shield to try to close that distance is gonna help out. It looked like she was testing different options in the first game, to be quite honest. You saw that in the first talk, she used a little bit of the counter from Toad. It didn't really work out.
No.
I mean, Waltz was just at a specific range that
and he could just stuff it out with more pellets, too. So, like, and we saw that interaction, too. Like, you don't even get a lot of them. There we go.
So there, actually, this is a very good counter pick, I would say. Smaller width.
Yeah.
And as you can see, actually that tool that we were talking about initially, the counter actually paying some dividends here at the start of the match.
But it is punishable, you know, the end lag on the counter, pretty good. tries to call it a jump, but the metal blade doesn't quite get there. Waltz just building up damage right now.
Again, I think a little bit.
Yeah, he can just
much,
stay in this range, and Peach cannot do anything about it. Peach has to be the one to approach. Peach is the aggressor in the matchup. Ooh, and the up tilt.
Good patience there, and was actually able to get close to Waltz, but Waltz, you know, as soon as she dropped the shield, it was an up tilt right there.
Absolutely. Alright, he's gonna do dash back out smash. And Waltz with the center stage right now, giving it up. But I mean, he doesn't really have to care about stage position, truthfully. I mean, as long as he has room to stay in that mid range, he's fine. And just building up this damage, ready for like a back air kill. Ooh, ready for that forward air, which is a kill move in this game. Up tilt, F smash, yeah, up tilt right there.
Side B, risky option to return back into the stage. It's not going to work out, and you know, now it's a big advantage here for Waltz.
Absolutely. Once again, doesn't have to commit to anything. You know, he can just play his game, stay in a safe range, and doesn't really have to interact. And that does so much shield damage. Oh my goodness, that up air is so good for Megaman. Shield.
Okay, this time the Bomber actually punishing the side B, but I thought we were about to see some really weird custom combo here, and I was about to, you know, lose it if that ended up with an up tilt, but that did not happen.
we're good.
I just don't know why it works in my brain. It's like the whole sequence.
I saw the vision, but it didn't quite land. That metal blade. Ooh. PixlSugr is struggling to find any footing. You know, losing that stock. There we go. Finding the first stock. At this point, it's just like, what does Pixel do? Do you approach high? Do you stay low? What's the game plan?
Yeah, here, you know, for example, that I forgot the name of the move. That back air. There we go. That back air, you could have led into the down tilt itself, but actually just preferring to back off because I'm pretty sure she wasn't sure if it was just going to land in that case.
Oh, here we go. Big combo.
This time, working out. But yeah, as you were saying, I think an approach that you could be taken is a more grounded approach, right?
Yeah.
Try to look for those down tilts that are amazing combo starters or kill options, kill confirms. No.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, a little bit of variance has to come in.
I think actually the wave is to approach at like a higher angle, where you're not like really falling into the up airs, but you're not like dying to pellets.
Yeah, but it's a very difficult angle, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Like especially with like metal blade there to like cover that angle as well. It's just a hard approach. But PixlSugr bringing this back nicely. You know, figured something out at least.
Yeah, that was really good spacing on the forward air, actually going through the leaf shield and avoiding the hit itself. Like,
absolutely. Not getting interrupted. Yep. Fair. Okay. Busters once again. And the back air, that's going to take it. Waltz winning 2-0.
And Waltz, pretty much great zoning here from him in this game. Trying to keep Peach away.